And welcome back to KENS 5 on this frigid Friday morning. It's December 23rd. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Marvin Hurst. Our team coverage of the Arctic blast continues right now.
Now, you just saw Maggie Lachlan. She's live in Boerne, checking on conditions there. We'll check in with her in just a few minutes, and she'll have more on where to find relief from the cold. Our Alyssa Tellez is keeping track of how the weather is impacting travel at the San Antonio airport. She'll tell us about any delays or cancellations happening right now.
In studio, Jessica keeping an eye on the roadway for us. Paul has all of the updates, so let's get straight over to him. Paul, confirming to us this morning, coldest day of the year.
Coldest day of the year, yep. Last time we had, let's see, we got to go back to last year. February 2021, that was the last time we had temperatures colder than this, which was just last year. But yeah, coldest of the year. Down February of this year, we were down to 21. Anyway, we're now at about 16 degrees. High today, 34, just a little bit above freezing. Lots of sunshine today, but it is going to be chilly. Current temperature 16 at the airport, 12 or so at Boerne. Bandera about 12 degrees. Seguin 16. Randolph on the east side about 15 degrees this morning. We do have a hard freeze warning that is in effect until noon. 15 at Seguin this morning. It's in the mid-20s, Carissa Springs and Cotulla. And look at these wind chills. My goodness. 3 degrees, Kerrville -4, and Fredericksburg -5. So temperatures at noon, upper 20s. That's it. And high today, only at around 34. Okay, we're gonna toss it over to Maggie Lachlan. She's over in Boerne. And Maggie, what would you say if I told you that in Boise, Idaho, I know you came from Eastern Washington, but Boise, Idaho, 15 degrees there with a wind chill of 0. Ooh. What's it like in Boerne?
Well, I'm telling you, it feels cold. I actually have a friend, Paul, in Boise right now. She's out reporting this morning, so shout out to Ashley. But yes, here in Boerne, it is cold, and we're not expected to rise above freezing until tomorrow afternoon. I'm talking 12 degrees. We were about 14 earlier, but I'm going to show you the thermometer. We're checking in at about 12. Feeling like -3, and I can certainly tell you that is the truth, especially when you factor in these really brisk cold gusts. You can see my hair blowing in the wind right now too. So certainly don't want to forget to wear your layers as you head out. If you have pets outside, bring them indoors right now, because if it's cold for me, certainly is cold for them. Don't forget those 4 Ps once again: pets, people, plants, and pipes. There are several warming centers around the San Antonio area. If you or someone you know does not have a warm place to stay, and right here at the Patrick Heath Library, about 30 minutes, it will open its doors to the public. It will serve as a warming center until 7 p.m. tonight, opening back up again until Monday. So as we head into the Christmas weekend, definitely want to layer up, stay warm, stay safe out there with these really brisk cold temperatures. Now I'm gonna head back to the truck with my nice warm sock. How are things feeling in the studio? Probably a little bit warmer than I am right now.
It definitely is a lot warmer. Stay warm out there, Maggie. You're doing a great job. So in studio today, she mentioned we've got people, plants, pipes, pets that we're thinking about. I also want to add cars onto that list. So I've made a nice little checklist for you here. Check your battery, check your liquids. Make sure you've got antifreeze in your car today. You're going to need it out on the roads. Check your tire pressure. It's normal for cold weather like this to impact your tires by 5 to 10 pounds of pressure. So you want to check that. And then make sure you have at least half a tank of gas in your car and an emergency kit that'll have maybe flares, some warm jackets, blankets, as well as jumper cables, just in case you get stuck on the roads today. For your morning commute, it's looking good. Travel plans, though, if you're leaving outside of San Antonio, you're going to be one of 8.3 million Texans hitting the roads. So be safe, drive alert, and make sure you're driving sober. On the east side of the city, Northeast 10 eastbound at 410 southbound, we do have the ramp closed there from ongoing construction. That's really our only incident we have on the map today. A little bit of congestion on the southwest side, heading north on Palo Alto Highway 16. You're down to 33 miles per hour on South Zarzamora, but that clears up by the time you get to 410. So heading outside for a live view this morning. This is over by the airport, 281 south at Loop 410 west. You can see it's pretty busy. We've got so many people that are planning to travel. This is in fact one of the busiest travel days of the holiday weekend, so we want to make sure people get to where they're going safely. Marvin and Vanessa.
All right, thanks a lot, Jessica. It is a busy day for airports all across the country. As a matter of fact, before we came on show, I was checking FlightWare, I think it was, looking at cancellations, thousands of flights that are canceled, delays up in the hundreds.
Yeah, nobody wants to spend Christmas at the airport. Well, KENS 5 reporter Alyssa Tellez is joining us live from the San Antonio International Airport. And Alyssa, what are you seeing out there? Are you seeing the weather impacting flights there?
Good morning, Marvin and Vanessa. So far, yes, we have spoken to a couple passengers who say their flights have been delayed. But the good news is if you're flying out of Southwest, you shouldn't run into any problems. There's really no line if you're checking your bags in. You might run into some long lines if you're checking into American Airlines, though. So just make sure you're making sure that you have plenty of time to get those bags checked in. We did speak to the director of San Antonio International, Jesus Sainz. He says that because we're not expecting any precipitation this morning, leaving from San Antonio really should not present you with any issues. It really just depends on where you're flying to, and that's why he recommends keeping up with your airline to check the status of your flight. San Antonio International is monitoring these conditions closely. They say we checked, and Fly San Antonio shows 27 delays and cancellations reported today. FlightAware shows so far 980 flights within the country have been delayed and 3,000 have been canceled, with snow and ice and powerful wind forecasted across the country. But about 377,000 of our fellow Texans will be flying between today and January 2nd, which is a 13% increase from last year, but a 10% decrease from 2019. Sainz says if you're flying within the United States, get here 2 hours before your flight. But if you're flying internationally, you might want to do that 2.5 hour to 3.5 hour wait. He expects 35,000 people will pass through the airport today.
Monitor that constantly, and we're ensuring that our wait times stay below 10 minutes throughout the entire process.
So if you go to flysanantonio.com, there you'll be able to see how long TSA will take to go through the bags. We checked earlier this morning, it was no wait time at all, but that may have changed as the morning has progressed. So just make sure that you're giving yourself plenty of time, as we are expecting travel conditions to pick up as the morning continues. But for now, reporting from the International Airport, I'm Alyssa Tellez, KENS 5.